MKast.
Hi, welcome to the MKast. I'm Hanslow. This is
Hector Sanchez. You guys know me.
yeah. So as you guys can tell, this podcast is a bit different than our last one. Still called the MKast, but we're doing it in video now. So it's something a little new for ourselves. I'm feeling a little weird myself being in front of the camera. I don't know.
I feel good. I just need to lose a little bit more weight so that I'm not self-conscious when I see these.
You actually believe
videos
that 10-pound to the camera lens thing they talk about? No.
I hope it's not.
You'll be fine, dude. Don't worry about it. You're much more photogenic.
No,
than I am.
it's pretty cool. It's a lot more pressure, but it gives us a lot more options to do it in a video format this time because we'll be able to show you guys what we're talking about, whereas we weren't able to do that before with just the audio podcast.
We can show you some artwork and maybe some videos as we go along. So yeah, this is definitely a new way of showing you guys things, and it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have a new community team that's working with us this time around, so they have a lot of cool ideas, and we're looking forward to sharing them with you guys when we get to it. So this is our first one. Bear with us.
Yeah. Oh, also another thing is, not only is this new in the sense of video, we're moving. So this is actually the last podcast for us at our old facility. So in the next few days, we'll be moving to a new building under a new name. We're now known as NetherRealm Studios, if you guys haven't heard already, part of the WB family. So a lot of changes.
Like Han said, we're moving, so that's pretty big. It's after, I don't know, Midway's been in this building for I don't know how many years.
More years than I can count. I mean, at least 15, 20. What are you looking at like that? What are you trying to say?
Midway's been in this building for a really long time, and it's going to be pretty sad to move here. But our new place is
so cool. And yeah, once we get in there, get settled, we're going to get some really cool footage of the place and just kind of show you guys around, and because we're really excited about it.
Yeah, this will be the last time that you see us seated in this kind of fireside chat with the dragon behind us and stuff. We'll have a different setup the next time around, but we wanted to get something out there since a lot of people have been asking us for an MKast for a while. Everybody's been hitting up Rigo on Twitter. Everyone's been hitting up me on Twitter. I don't know if you get Twitter.
Yeah, I've been getting a couple as well. There's been a lot of speculation. I think it's pretty much well known now that the title of the game is just Mortal Kombat. And I think a lot of stuff we've been talking about is really about like the feedback from the fans, from the forums, the people asking us like what are the things they want to see in the current game, and we've definitely taken notice and listened to what they wanted. I mean, like one of the things that people have been constantly saying to us is stuff like like wanting to go back to like a 2D fighting plane, which.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest requests that we got, and that was some of the best feedback that we got from our demo at E3 when everybody saw the game, that it actually returned back to this kind of traditional 2D fighting plane. People were always saying like, yes, people were like really getting into the whole, like as soon as they saw that, they were just like, yeah finally, this is what I wanted.
It's a 3D environment, but the game plays on a 2D level. But yeah, it's like people were really excited. It looked phenomenal. It blew people's expectations. Of what they thought saying like, oh, it needs to be more violent, it needs to be a 2D fighting plane, it needs to be all these things, and I think we came to the show, we delivered what they wanted, and we delivered more. And like you're saying, all this newer stuff that's coming up that we've just announced, it's just going to keep adding to it, like the newer characters, Cyrax.
It's been weird. A lot of people have been asking these questions, and of course I don't want to discourage anybody from communicating with Rigo or myself or anybody else on the team, online in the various, places where you guys can talk to us. But, 8 out of 10 questions are always going to be, is so-and-so in the game? Is so-and-so in the game? And it's like, I really wish that we can tell you guys, but, all in due time. I think waiting for the Cyrax and Katana announcement is good, because we want the characters to be shown in the best light possible. So, the designers have been working really hard, and we have a good kind of, a good sample of kind of the different fighting styles that players are going to be able to work with this game. I troll the forums every once in a while, and people are always say, oh yeah, I lost to Hector or whatever, and then they're like, yeah, whatever, Hector plays it all the time, you played it for like 10 minutes, so what? But it's like, okay, play it for 20 minutes next time, and I'll play you after that, and we'll see. We'll see.
Well, you are good. I'll
nah,
that. You're much better than me. Okay, people play with me, and they kind of look and go, wow, you're actually producing. I'm not that good. I can hold my own, but
Yeah.
some of these guys are just so hardcore about their gameplays.
Well, it's good, and that's the crowd that we're trying to get this time around. We want to get the people that are going to put in the time and are going to practice
it just shows
and
that
get everything
there's
together.
all these different levels of gameplay.
But you still have fun while you're playing.
Oh, I always have fun.
Yeah, if you're
And every once in a while, I can surprise somebody with a few.
yeah,
moves,
if you're capable, the game is accessible enough that somebody, I don't want to classify you as a type of gamer.
Oh, yeah,
But
okay.
I'm just saying, you can play the game and you can have fun playing it without counting
yeah.
frames.
Well, that's-
like I'm
that's-
sitting there counting
That's
frames.
one thing.
trying
So
to get it.
we've noticed, like even at E3, we had people who've never played MK before or haven't played MK in years, and they were able to pick up the controller and quickly get back into it. And it was not. What am I doing? I've never played MK. It's very friendly towards the basic consumer, but at the same time, some of the matches I saw that people were playing were just like, it was amazing because they could dig deeper and pull off these really crazy moves and combos.
One of the biggest things that people wanted from the MK team this time around was a return to the M rating. People wanted fatalities. People wanted stage fatalities. We
Real
took it a step.
fatalities.
Yeah, we took it a step further this time around with the addition of X-rays and internal damage moves.
Yeah.
I guess we're still messing around with what the final name of that is, but it's basically, we'll just call it the offensive move that allows you to see the internal damage that is taking place on a character.
You zoom in onto a portion of the body and you really see everything, taking the real amount of damage. It's not like a simple like, oh, it's a punch. Oh yeah, his face is now scuffed. It's like you're getting in there. You're seeing like, jawbones being cracked, teeth getting knocked loose. That kind of, very like you said, very visceral look to it.
Fatalities are back this time. We played a big about a minute worth of fatalities at E3 in this kind of trailer that kind of showed off a lot of the fatalities of the E3 characters and got a really good response. People were really into it. People are really happy that we're going back to the M-rated fatalities this time around. We also brought back stage fatalities, and I know we were able to show off a couple of them at E3. We had the old school MK2 Deadpool kind of moment where you knock somebody into the acid. We also had the pit.
Yep.
Where that's classic.
That's pretty much a classic, yeah.
So it's really cool seeing these kind of old school fatalities that are now being displayed in, I don't know how.
It's like a reimagined, I guess, in some ways.
Yeah, it's
or
it's
reinvention in some cases. It's pretty crazy, but it's pretty exciting at the same time to see what these guys have been able to come up with in some of their ideas or concepts of what you can see for fatalities.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fatalities are an interesting machine in and of themselves. A lot of the fatality ideas were influenced from some of the older fatalities. Kung Lao, for instance, where he had the old school fatality of just throwing the hat and slicing the head off. Well, he does that now, but we've added kind of an extra little bit more where he actually slices the guy down the middle and rips him open. So a lot of the old school fans of the series are going to have those kind of like aha moments. Like, hey, I recognize that.
Yeah.
But we've added a little bit more to keep things fresh each and every time. So it's been really cool working with Ed and the designers on the fatalities. Those are my favorite meetings by far. Just being able to sit in a room and try to be as dark and disturbing as possible and make other people laugh at the same time. And if you don't get that reaction from the other kids that are in the room, your fatality's not going to get into the game. So it's a lot of pressure, but it's fun pressure.
There's definitely one thing is that everybody really is into making this game. It's not like somebody saying, great, I'm going to have to just do another drawing, or great, I got to code some lines. It's like everyone is really vested in really trying to make this the best game possible, whether it's pushing in design, pushing in art, pushing in tech. I think it's going to really show, and I think that's why people have been blown away so far with what they've seen. One of the new features on this game, which will be a PS3 exclusive, is a 3D stereoscopic as like a mode of gameplay, and you can play the game in 3D. Probably should also point out this doesn't mean you have to go out and buy a separate disc version of the game or anything. This is included with the PS3 version of the game.
Yeah, it's like the baller extra. If you have a 3D TV and a PS3, like you get to experience the game in this.
Like you?
No, I don't have a 3D TV yet, but
What?
I'm probably
I
gonna
thought
get one. I'll probably get one for this because it actually looks pretty good. We've actually we have some test footage up and stuff, and working with the guys on it, and it really looks good. But if you don't have a 3D TV, you'll still be able to play the game and still get the same experience. So there's no additional purchase required for that. the option will still be available on the disc itself. Another cool thing that we're able to do this time around is we're going to actually have a more community-based website this time around. It's not going to be kind of, although worldscollide.com was pretty cool, we want to have a little bit more of
like
more
taking it to the
of a
next
presence.
level.
Yeah, we want to have more of a presence online. So the Mortal Kombat right now.com is up. And there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff on that. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to actually integrate into the game. But basically, the MortalKombat.com is going to to be the hub for information about this game, from this game. Everything about this game
Like
will be
screenshots, videos, forum information.
our forums are actually going to live on the MortalKombat.com. I can't wait for that. It's always cool to have a place to talk to the fans that's out there, you know.
I mean, like for right now, I think it's like if you're really desperate for any information, I think we have like a pretty light page set up right now, like on Facebook. The number of people who've joined is pretty incredible. I mean,
it's pretty cool. I was looking at Facebook the other day, and we have over 100,000 fans on our Facebook page, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool just to see that. I remember when there was like 10, it was like me, you, and
when first I go, okay,
me, you,
it's
Rigo,
just
and
us.
like,
It's all employees. Oh,
it was
one
like
guy's
4
not.
people liked Mortal Kombat, and you know, within a month we were up at over 100,000. So it's pretty cool. A lot of the team members are on Twitter. You know, you're on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. Rigo's on Twitter. It's pretty cool. Luckily, I have my Twitter open right now, so I'm just gonna go through a couple of these questions.
Some questions?
Yeah, so we can answer it. It's they're actually pretty cool. One guy asks, "Are we any closer to the first MKast?"
Any closer to the first MKast?
Yeah, I guess you can answer that question.
What do you mean, like?
Like we're doing it right now, so I guess we can be like,
Well,
yes,
I mean,
we're
I was
closer
gonna say,
to
it's
the.
like, well, aren't we doing it at the moment?
Christopher asks, "This is probably a dumb question, but will you guys be releasing character renders weekly, like with the last few games?" Oof, that's a good question. We're gonna have some renders.
I think I don't know what the schedule is right now, but I think we do. Or our plan is to get some out there to show you guys. But I'm not quite sure what the time.
Yeah, I don't know what the time is going to be. I guess you're just going to have to come back to themortalkombat.com every week to check out to check out if we have any new renders up. Ryan Smith asks, "When and where will the official forums be?" I don't like using Facebook for this. Sorry, Ryan.
Well, you know, in a few weeks, like we said, themortalkombat.com.
Fred Soltini asks, "Will the private demonstration video shown at E3 of the gameplay and fatalities be released to the general public?" Sadly, no. That was kind of a closed door thing. Some people were sneaky and tried to record me talking after I asked them to stop recording. I'm going to find you.
You know, we'd love all these questions. Keep sending them to us. We'll answer what we can.
Yeah, hopefully over the next few months we're going to be doing these a little more often, and we'll get our process a little bit more refined. We definitely want to hear your questions, so you know, hit up Rigo on Twitter. Rigo's Twitter is at NinjaBoy66. You can hit up Hans on Twitter. You can hit up me on Twitter. Hopefully you guys already have ours. I'm not going to give you the name of our Twitters on this podcast.
They probably got yours.
But
you've got quite a few followers.
But we should definitely look for a place where we can park all of your questions on there. It would be really cool if somebody puts together a page on the forums once the forums go live to kind of keep a running track of the questions that we get answered. It'll make things a lot easier for us, and we definitely want to just answer what the fans want to know.
Yeah, hopefully you like this new format. Like Hector says, we'll be kind of tweaking it as we go along, as we learn how to streamline the process, but hopefully this is something cool that works out and you guys will enjoy.
Yeah, it's cool. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Thanks for bearing with us, and direct all complaints to @NinjaBoy66 on Twitter.
Yes, definitely him.
All right, thanks a lot.
Take care.